Homeschool Hoopla. It's Jessica Stortz, and I wanted to share with you a little bit today about what I've used to teach kindergarten. It's been a couple years since I had a kindergartner, but I also have a kindergartner coming up in a couple years. So I like to keep it super simple and just keeping it to reading, math, and handwriting. Maybe an hour and a half, maximum 2 hours per day, and the rest with play and having fun and reading books. So for teaching reading, I like to use the Ordinary Parent's Guide to Teaching Reading. It is a step-by-step manual that literally says, like, the child says, the teacher says, and this is what you do. And it starts by going over the letter sounds. In preschool, you should have covered letter recognition, and the kids should begin to start pairing those letters together. It's okay if they still mix up B, D, P, Q, those kind of letters. Those are common to mess up and mix up until about second grade. But know that you're gonna go through the basics first. So hopefully you've given them the foundation in preschool. But this is gonna walk you through, and you might not get through this all in kindergarten. This might take you through first grade or even possibly through second grade, depending on how quickly your child progresses. She says do one lesson and review two. So it's kind of up to you. We always reviewed one and did one. The other book we use to help teach phonics is Phonics Pathways. It will walk you through how to do it, but not in that way of teacher says, parent says. Instead, this curriculum, you'll have to read a little bit about it, but you're gonna go through the vowels first, and then there's a little game that you play with the vowels. But eventually you're gonna go to blending. So ma, ma. So you're gonna go through this with your child, and we practice a page until we do it well. And this will take you up again into like second grade. The fun part about this curriculum is you can also use it to teach spelling. So you have the vowel headings, and you are practicing the words that you're reading, and eventually your reading is going to go faster than your spelling, but then you would have your child spell a word, maybe several words from the A's, or maybe one from each, and they're just simple words. Because of that, I like to have a set of flashcards from the dollar store. We're also working to create one that fits with Ordinary Parent's Guide, but that you could practice these flashcards every single day. But like I said, dollar store, where you might say A is for apple, apple. And when they're little, you just say the letter. For mathematics, I used the primer of Matthew C, because Christian Light Education, which I use for my older kids, does not have a kindergarten one. A lot of things for kindergarten are just calendar, days of the week, number recognition, maybe at the end some addition, having manipulatives that you add the numbers together. So you don't have to have a curriculum, but I did half of this in preschool and half of it in kindergarten. And it's pretty basic. Matthew C uses a lot of blocks. This is the teacher guide, and there's a video that you can watch or watch it with your child, and then you go through, and it's just like counting and pattern recognition, and there's a workbook that goes with it, but we've obviously consumed the workbook. Later on, it does get into addition, and that's why I usually do half of it in preschool and half of it in kindergarten. Keep it simple, right? You can also check out Saxon, that's another good one, but like I said, Christian Light doesn't have one. Then handwriting, we use Xaner Blosser. It's pretty simple, and I'll try to record some other videos that go into details of how to teach reading or handwriting, but you can also just use the Usborne. They have a lowercase and an uppercase, and have them practice. You're gonna have to teach them. You just first practice lines. You can put sand in a box and play with it, or sugar. There's lots of fun ways to teach handwriting, and we'll get into those later. But just something to practice the letters. And these are lowercase, you'd want to do uppercase as well. And that is it for kindergarten, you guys. 1.5 to 2 hours a day and you're done. The rest of the time, play, do crafts, go on nature walks, and explore. I hope you found that helpful, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Again, Jessica Stortz with Homeschool Hoopla, giving you help and hope for your homeschool adventure. You guys have an awesome day.